Hi everyone, welcome to In the Spotlight, which is our backstage pass to exclusive interviews with the founders and executive companies embarking the IDO journey with BullPerks. In this special edition, we engage with captivating conversation with industry leaders, influential figures, exceptional personalities from the project launching an IDO with BullPerks. I'm Constantin Kogan, co-founder of BullPerks, and your host for this exciting episode. We're here with Stéphane Schweitzer, who's a CEO and co-founder of Klubcoin, and really excited to have you here, Stéphane. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much, Constantin, for the invite, and thanks to the team of BullPerk. Very happy to be here to chat with you about the project and hopefully answer some questions of the community.
Oh, you will answer a lot of questions for sure.
Perfect. Love it. Love it.
Thank you for joining us. Well, we'll start in with the first one. Tell us a little about yourself. Like, what's your journey like into the crypto space?
Yeah. So my journey goes way back to 25 years ago with when I started to work in the electronic music industry. So I started to run a first company, which was a group of record labels, recording studios, booking agencies to book and sell DJs to clubs and festivals around the world, and a music publishing company. So this goes back to 2000, basically, 2000, 2001. We were selling a lot of vinyls for DJs to play. Back in the day, it was vinyls, and then we saw all the multiple revolutions of the music industry, going from vinyls to CD, from CD to MP3, from MP3 to streaming. And this was my first company back in the days, 25 years ago. Then 12 years ago, I started a TV channel called Clubbing TV, still electronic music industry oriented, doing live broadcasts from clubs, festivals, DJ sets, interviews, music videos, small documentaries. And now that channel is broadcasting in more than 90 countries around the world, 200 million homes. And I expanded a bit more in the media business, buying a radio station in Ibiza, the Mecca of clubbing, the island of Ibiza, called the Pure Ibiza Radio. And more recently into F&B with clubs, restaurants, bars in Ibiza as well in Southeast Asia. And as far as crypto, as far as the Web3 activities, basically they started during the lockdown. We're looking for ways to keep those brands alive, basically, because all the TV viewers, the radio listeners, the fans and the customers of the clubs and the festivals, we had nothing to give them. So we started to work on NFT collections, and this was my first real interaction with the Web3 space. I was very interested in currencies already, but NFT has been the first step.
So what inspired you to actually create Klubcoin? Obviously, like, you started with the COVID, but I'm sure there are other reasons behind
it. Exactly. Yeah, we started to create these collections, which we released on Maker's Place for one of the biggest clubs in the world called Amnesia in Ibiza. And it was some NFT medallions, which we had also replicated with a boutique jewelry shop as a physical item. So the person owning the NFT would also receive the jewelry. And those NFTs are giving you lifetime access to the VIP of the club with your +1 and with a few drinks. And I think we were back in the days really the first company to give an in real life utility to an NFT, especially lifetime. And this worked very well, and we saw that we had the opportunity to actually onboard and convert traditional party animals, festival goers, clubbers onto a Web3 product or service. So we started with this collection. We saw that it worked. We did another collection called the Degenerates, where we invited some of the top DJs in the world, Sven Vath, Maceo Plex, Carl Cox, Paul Oakenfold, Paul Van Dyke, and so on and so on. They all joined the collection, and we did 10,000 generative art items sold out in 4 days. And after those two NFT projects, basically we thought, okay, maybe we need to think more about Web3. We need to give something to the space, something to the music industry, not only to our brands, but to the whole industry. And this is where the idea of Klubcoin came from, basically.
So if you had probably 2 minutes, to share Klubcoin's mission with the world and explain why everyone should join, what would be your message?
Well, basically, we see it as a global ecosystem of clubs, festivals, restaurants, bars, electronic music brands, medias, where you can use the token as a payment method, but also the token gives you a loyalty program. So in the same way that when you buy a flight to an airline, you get miles, and when you have enough miles, you can buy another flight. Well, with Klubcoin, it's the same thing. You go to a club, you get drinks at the bar, you collect some tokens, and then when you have enough tokens, you buy a ticket to a festival, you buy a merchandising item, you buy a subscription online. Except one difference with the airlines, you're stuck with the same airline. You fly Emirates, you buy Emirates. With Klubcoins, we're aiming for the whole electronic music industry. So you go in Ibiza, you enjoy your summer, you spend some money or some tokens, and you collect the cash back. You go back to London, you go back to Asia, you go back to the US, you spend them in another club, another festival, or eventually you just convert them to euros or dollars using the exchange. Not sure if it was 2 minutes, but that was extremely short summary.
No, that was amazing, I think. So what other utilities does it bring us? So obviously your idea is to connect all the clubs in the world into like a singular, like homogenic reward system, which is amazing. And as a person who visited a lot of countries, obviously I would love that, right? But maybe some other utilities that you can add on top of, like, you know, like almost like a cherry on a pie.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, the payment method and the cashback rewards are the main utilities, but we also obviously give more utilities to owners or stakers of Klubcoin. So the main thing is what we call the money cannot buy experiences. Let's say you want to party and meet the DJs, you want to go backstage, you want to access a sold out event, you want to go to a festival which is going to be Klubcoin only because we're not going to accept fiat or anything. So for this, you will have to stake or to own a certain quantity of Klubcoins so you can access these experiences. We already started to do this in the ramp up and in the pre-promotion period of the project. So we did events in Miami during Art Basel, doing the Winter Music Conference in Miami as well. We did some events in Ibiza. All of these events were exclusive, and you could only get in if you were an actual investor of Klubcoin.
Mm-hmm. So basically, it's an exclusive access to an event which nobody else will be able to even get in. So that, which is very interesting.
Yes, or an event which doesn't have any ticket available because everything is sold, and we can get you in, or meet the DJs backstage, or party in an area which is not usually reserved to general public. So all of these will be the experiences that we will offer to inside Klubcoin.
Which is beautiful. So basically, people will have to buy your token to be able to participate in this, right? Now, how do you plan to attract like a lot of non-crypto people users, like who are like, it's $5 billion EDM market, right? You know, it's a huge market, and I'm sure it's going to grow over time. So, what is your formula?
Yeah, actually the formula is quite easy because we tested the formula with the NFT collections. We're doing exactly the same thing with Klubcoin. We're adding inside the ecosystem some of the top brands, medias, clubs, festivals, some of the best brands in the world. We already have 3 clubs in the top 10, which are Boots House in Germany, Amnesia Ibiza, and Green Valley in Brazil. So all of these clubs, all of these brands, they have their own community, right? They have like millions of followers on the social networks. They have obviously their loyal customers. And since they are official partners of Klubcoins, they are also leveraging the project with us. So when we, for example, when we released the app, we did a very easy to use iOS Android app, which is both your wallet and your way to manage the tokens. When we released the app, they helped us to push a little bit the downloads and the creation of the wallets, because they're also fully involved in the project. So they want people to own and use Klubcoins in order for them to use them in the venues. So basically, we can benefit from all the communities of all the different clubs and brands that we have onboarded. The first action, which we did this summer with Amnesia Ibiza, we got 15,000 wallets created after the first 2 weeks of promotion, just by leveraging the network of Amnesia with Klubcoin. Now we have more than 30 brands, clubs, festivals, medias who joined the Klubcoin ecosystem. And we have pretty much like 50, 60 additional ones which we have to onboard. So you're looking at probably in a very short term, like 100 brands, which would probably give us 100,000 wallets by the end of the year. and then we will keep on building and building. But yeah, to answer the question, we're leveraging the partners.
And just to clarify, those wallets will be seamlessly easily to use, because like what you're doing, you're not pushing them to the complexity to create like a MetaMask wallet. Like it would be like in-app wallet, which almost like, for example, I usually buy tickets for the concerts on Dice, and I know you have partnership with them too. So maybe you can elaborate a little bit like about the experience of how people can easily participate in this.
Yes, we wanted this to be completely frictionless for the Web2 community, for the fans of electronic music, the party goers, the festival goers. We didn't want to give them anything complicated. So we did this app, which is like super easy to register. It creates your wallet, and it makes you, it allows you to manage all the actions you can do with the tokens inside. Which goes from obviously collecting the cashback, buying tokens, tipping, staking, and so on and so on. We can even do ticketing inside the app in the very near future. So we've made everything completely transparent and completely smooth. Same thing for the payment methods. We have small terminals with the Lunu, our partner, which accepted Klubcoin as a payment method in their physical terminals. So we give terminals to the venues, to the clubs, to the bars, and then you can order drinks. And then with just scanning a QR code from the Klubcoin app, you can confirm the transaction and pay your drinks at the bar. We also did widgets for the e-commerce website. So we have for Shopify, the majority of the e-commerce engines. And with 3 clicks, they can install the widget and you can accept the Klubcoins. So basically, we made it like super easy for all the onboarding of the Web2 users that are clueless in Web3 or in cryptocurrencies, for them to use it like if it was, just a loyalty program. So we like to keep things simple.
Which is the way it should be. Like, that's perfect. I think you did really well. Again, like, and in terms of like briefly explaining the summary of what is Klubcoin, and I urge people, you have amazing presentation. There's a video that we will share, after the podcast, and the IDO is coming up soon. So obviously, people who are listening to it now have an exclusive ability to participate. There's not going to be a lot of other chances like this. Like, we do believe that Klubcoin is going to be really massive project, and you can see, like, the fact that they have this ability, these brands. People don't realize that it's really hard to get to clubs like Amnesia. It's highly VIP exclusive. We're talking about like top celebrities in the world that are flying there, like, just to be there for, like a week or maybe a few days. Yes, or one night. Exactly. So like it's a big deal. Like, and I just want to vouch for Stéphane, like, because like I know personally, I'm a big fan of EDM, right? So from a user perspective and your partner, I can tell that this is already an achievement, and I'm sure there's going to be much more with a lot of reputable clubs in the world. I'm sure you're going to cover a lot in Paris, where you and many other capitals of the world. But we want to jump also to the questions from the audience. There's a lot of fun questions. People are excited, so I'm just going to go straight forward to them. So there's a question from YouTube. Are there specific events or activities that yield higher rewards in the Klubcoin ecosystem, or all events have the same weight?
No. There will be some specific activities or specific things that you can do with the tokens and giving you access to different perks. So it's not going to be always based with the same ways of staking or yielding or anything. It's going to be event per event. Sometimes we will have large allocation of tickets, so we can have maybe like 200, 300 person in a special event or in a private event. Sometimes it's going to be super exclusive. For example, last summer we invited only 4 persons as VIPs in Tomorrowland, with all you can eat, all you can drink. They were both, the 2 of them came with there were 2 couples, Klubcoin investors. They were super happy. And that's obviously something we cannot do with a large quantity of persons. So because of the specifics of the events, we will have to design the ways you have to stake or the ways you have to yield according to the quantity of tickets or experiences we can offer.
And I think that'll be the most exciting part. So that therefore, the second question also, like, which is very close to what you already mentioned, could you provide examples of real world scenarios where users can utilize Klubcoin for discounts? And you provided one, maybe there's a second one.
Yeah, so you can pay like, and the basic rules are, if you want to become a partner of the Klubcoin ecosystem, you have to do two things, which is accept the token as a payment method and do the cashback rewards. So depending of the venues, or depending if it's a media or an online platform, or imagine you can have like a merchandising site of an artist, a DJ, or whatever, everyone will be free to organize the cashback the way they want. So for some brands, the cashback will be higher depending if you buy a percentage of what you purchase. For some other brands, it may be a certain quantity of token for every purchase or something like this. So it's going to be depending on a case-by-case basis from the typology of the brand. If it's a club, a festival, an online shop, like you were explaining before, the DICE, the ticketing company. So for them, it's very easy. You convert your club coins to DICE credits, and with the DICE credits, you buy tickets to any concert or festival. So yeah, it's very different from one brand to another.
And by the way, for someone who never used DICE or any like similar ticketing systems, there's actually a big problem where what happens, like there's a lot of scalpers who actually buy tickets early on and then resell them 2-3 times. And therefore there's like, this artificial scarcity and artificial demand. So imagine you have already an exclusive access and you don't have to fight and pay 3 times more. There's another application, which is, I think, beautifully like thought through by Stéphane and their team. Another question, which is a tricky one, like I like it. Do Klubcoin have competitors? If so, what's your leverage over them? If not, do you expect competition to come up?
It's not really a tricky one because we had these questions many, many times. So I always used to say, when you have a good idea in Web3, you need 2 things or 3 things. You need a strong team, but that's not so hard to get. You can get a team. You need the perfect technology, and that's a bit stronger, a bit harder to get. And then you need the network to leverage your project within its industry. And yes, we had competitors in this space, but they never had both the music and the electronic music experience and the network in the industry, which we have because we've been living in this for the last 25 years, and a strong technology. They had either a very good tech, or they had the connection, but they never had both at the same time. So they basically failed on pretty much all of them. So we don't have much competitors right now, and we're super confident about our tech because unlike most of the Web3 projects, we're not raising to do an MVP and then pivot 5 times to find our business model. We tested everything. The app is out. We got 15,000 wallets. It's working already. You can buy in clubs. You can buy tickets. It's being used. So everything is super robust and the tech is there. And for the network, well, if you look at the brands which we already signed, they speak for themselves. So basically, we're very confident, and we really love our teams and our Launchpad partners like you guys. So we're very confident about the team as well.
Likewise. In terms of multi-chain component, there's a question from YouTube. How does Klubcoin's multi-chain approach benefit users? Are there any plans to expand to other blockchains?
Yes, so we already have 2 chains. Ethereum, which is the chain where we will have the launchpads and the listing and the liquidity pool, and the usage chain, which is the chain running inside the app, which is called Liquid Chain. The reason why we did it with a specific chain is because we did it instant transaction. When you pay drinks at the bar, it needs to be instant. Low gas fees, because you don't want to pay more gas fees in gas than the price of your drinks. And also we needed something green because we consider that it's a must be in a project these days. So we choose this chain on this, which is the underlying chain in the Klubcoin app, and then we created a bridge to allow the users to bridge the token from the app to Ethereum. The next step is going to take a 3rd chain, which is probably going to be BSC in the near future, because we're getting a lot of very good feedback about also going to a 3rd chain. And we always wanted to be multi-chain in the beginning of the project. So it's kind of a part of the DNA of the project as well.
We have a question from LinkedIn. Can you provide insights into the governance and decision-making process within the Klubcoin ecosystem, especially in terms of community involvement and participation?
Yes, the plan is to get some kind of DAO governance, basically depending of the quantity of tokens that you will own or giving you a certain NFT if you've been staking for enough time, a quantity which is determined in the beginning. And then with this governance, we will basically give some part of the decisions for the company and for where the token and the projects will go, but also some more fun decisions. Like, for example, we will have a Klubcoin festival in spring 2024, where it will be like a 2 nights festival, many stage, pool parties, evening events, boat events, and so on. So
Where?
In Croatia. In Croatia, yeah. So we plan to have the community to participate in all this. So it's gonna be like voting polls for the DJs you want to see playing at the festival, for the activities, and this is going to be part of the governance as well. Not only the company and the business model thing, but also the activities and the money cannot buy experiences or things like that. We want to give the community the opportunity to give their opinion and to participate with us to bring the best experiences to life.
Yeah, that should be very interesting. I'm sure a lot of people, maybe some people will who are going to be active, they will have a exclusive access afterwards. Now the question is also from YouTube: how does Klubcoin envision itself enhancing the overall event experience for both artists and attendees?
Well, for the attendees, I think we covered a little bit the value added of Klubcoin, so I'm not gonna go back to this.
Sure.
And for the artists and the DJs, that's something we will be looking at in the future, but we already started to integrate the tipping functionality, the tipping feature inside the app. So for example, when a DJ is doing a live stream, either on Twitch, YouTube, or on Clubbing TV or TV channel, we can show a small QR code during the live stream, and then you can actually tip this DJ with the Klubcoin. I think it's one of the best way to support, the emerging artists, the new talents. We know that for these guys, it's very hard to play in big clubs or festivals because they're not yet at the level of their career where they can access these big lineups. But they can do live streams everywhere online. They can do it in the metaverse either, and then they can get support from our community, from the Klubcoin owners, by getting those tips. So that's one of the first feature that we have been opening to the DJs and the artists, and we will keep adding more things in the future for them.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Now, in terms of the question is, can you share any strategies or partnerships in place to expand Klubcoin's reach to different regions and cultures?
Yes.
You shared a lot, but maybe some more plans.
Yes, the plan is to have for every major country and city at least 4 partners, 2 festivals and 2 clubs. So let's say if you're looking at, I don't know, the Philippines, Manila, then we'll have 2 clubs and 2 festivals in the Philippines. If you're looking at the major cities in the US, then 2 clubs in Miami, 2 clubs in Vegas, 2 clubs in New York. So we can make sure that wherever you are with your tokens, you will be finding a club or a bar or a festival where you can use your tokens.
Mm-hmm. And that would be accessible in the app with geolocation and ability to find it, right?
Exactly. And we're also thinking as a way of curation, because we're not opening the Klubcoin ecosystem to any club or any festival. So we will be curating everything. And this way, we're making sure also that if you travel and you don't even know where to go, you just go to those Klubcoin partners, and you're going to make sure that you're going to get high-end quality, good lineups, good service, and good locations.
Yeah, actually, I think our user from Turkey is asking, given the unique intersection of electronic music and crypto, what are the Klubcoin's long-term goals for innovation and creativity within this community?
Well, for us, we want to kind of remove the bridge between the real life and the online experiences, and in the future, the metaverse. We think that one of the long-term goal of Klubcoin is going to be a bit venue agnostic, if I could say. So it doesn't matter if you're going to be in a real life venue in Ibiza or in Spain or in Paris or in New York, whatever. or in a virtual venue in the metaverse, you will be using your Klubcoins the same way. This is going to take time because right now, sometimes we're looking at a bunch of pixels dancing, right? But when it comes, we'll be having the first position to roll out all the tech and all the ecosystem online and make it completely smooth from virtual to physical.
And then there's another important question, which is, what is your revenue stream that will keep the company profitable? At which pace do you expect it to become profitable? Obviously, you mentioned already from the token perspective, that's a substantial revenue stream, maybe some others.
So the good thing is that all the C-level, all the managers of Klubcoins are also working for the other companies that we're running, and all of these companies are profitable already. So we don't have a big payroll on the Klubcoin company and project itself. The biggest chunk of the payroll goes to the developers, but 90% of the developments are already made and paid. So there is no real long-term financing cash flow road to give to the development. We only need maybe a good BD team to do the business development and to do the onboarding of the next Klubcoin partners, and so to do it faster as well, to grow faster. And this is pretty reasonable in terms of cash flow. So we don't have big necessities. Basically, all the raise that we're doing will be to finance some extra activities like the Klubcoin Festival and to bring a good BD team just to scale everything faster.
But can you talk a little bit about other revenue streams, maybe in the future, that you foresee?
Sure. So some of the money cannot buy experiences will be becoming revenue streams. NFT collections as well. We have an NFT collection called Club List dropping in October, which is giving you lifetime accesses to clubs and festivals. So it goes with small wristbands, like the one they give you when you go to clubs or when you go to festivals, of paper, fabric, plastic, whatever. So we've recreated all those wristbands in an NFT collection, and the legendary one, the rare ones inside the collections, will be giving you lifetime access to those clubs and festivals.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm on a white list already for the legend one. So that's for sure, and I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to participate.
Yes. So if I can, I'd be happy to announce that we're willing to whitelist all the participants to the Klubcoin IDO on GameSpot with BullPerks to the Club List NFT collection. So whoever is going to pledge will get a whitelist.
Perfect. So now you see, now we have an amazing drop. Like this was like, it was not planned, by the way. This is a completely expromptu, like, which is like an important thing.
Positive things. It was an opportunity to drop it. Let's drop it.
Yes, beautiful. I love it. You know, that's the approach. You give something, then the universe will come back to you with a good energy. Now, obviously, you are looking to be profitable. So one of the, like, just to come back to other questions. So is there like any anticipation, like when are you going to be profitable, and from there, how are you going to grow?
Well, like I said before, because of the actual payroll, the profitability is going to be pretty soon. So with the first NFT collection, I think we'll be profitable already. And then we have so many events and activities that we will be rolling out post TG, post IDO. So I expect the whole project to be profitable by the end of the year. Yes.
Exactly. I think people just need to hear it from you, not from me, right? So that, yeah. So that the team is sustainable, and that's the most important part, right? You know, that it will be profitable, and they will have time to experiment more. Last question for today. Can we expect Klubcoin to include other types of music and genres in the future, or you will stick to the electronic music?
Well, the plan is to stick to electronic music because this is where we have our network. This is where we have all the knowledge, and this is what we've been living with for many, many years. And like I said before, I really believe in a strong team, a strong network, and a strong tech. So I wouldn't be confident getting Klubcoin to R&B because I don't have the network there. But some of the partners, like for example, the ticketing partners we're partnering with, they do offer concerts or festivals which are not only electronic music. By being partner of Klubcoins, then you can use your tokens with them and eventually attend a concert, which is a rock concert, and it's perfect. But
Yes.
but we wouldn't be integrating directly with different music genres because we just don't feel that we have the network there. So it's going to be a positive collateral damage that you can go to a rock concert or an R&B gig with your Klubcoins, but not intended at the beginning.
Or country music or classical music. So yeah, so this is like a byproduct which can naturally occur, like also because of the infrastructure, because Stéphane and his team is basically partnering with the top venues where they're the epicenter. They're like the venues that are uniting all the artists. So obviously, you know, sky is the limit. So just to give another, like my 2 cents on this, like I do believe that it can happen maybe in the future. Stéphane, really great to have you here. Like, thank you for sharing in such like a short period of time all this knowledge. We are really excited about the IDO, as I'm sure all of our community, like, you know, is, and you know, we'll be happy to support you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Constantine. Thanks to all the team and the community asking the questions. Of course, if you have more questions, feel free to join the Discord, join the Telegram group and the Twitter, and then we have a full team of moderator and Klubcoin staff willing to answer any question anytime. So you can have more.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much for your trust in the project. Really love to have you guys there with us.
Of course. And thank you everyone who are listening. Like, we'll see each other in exactly 2 weeks.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.